So you saw the outcome, but you didn't see nothing that led up to this moment right here. Not only that, you decided that that was what was supposed to happen based off of what you saw somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
That may not even be our relationship.
Right, right.
We good and married, and you sitting over here with this idea or concept for your girlfriend.
Mm.
Have you even earned that privilege yet?
Ooh. What was the show?
I don't know.
Okay.
We burn it down.
Okay.
So baby,
Yes.
please tell me, what the hell is relationship goals?
Okay.
What does that mean exactly?
Relationship. What do I think it means,
Yeah,
or
what do you think?
do I think it means for other people?
People got a lot of meanings, but what do you think it means? What does it mean for you? For you.
For me.
Yes.
I guess, like, for me, relationships goals is whatever you and I create together. It's not anything that's mirrored after. I feel like my hair doing something weird. It's not. It's not like an idea mirrored after what somebody else got going on, because I don't know what they did to get them to where they are, and I might not be willing to accept the struggles of that. So I don't even want that. But relationship goals for me is just whatever we create together. Now, what other people think about relationship goals is another thing.
Yeah.
But what do you think relationship goals are?
So, for one, I definitely agree with the idea of it has more so to do with creating a happy, a successful relationship based on the two people and whatever y'all call successful. Because like you said, like you don't even know what it took for two people to have whatever it is they have.
Absolutely.
Now, also, you know, we live in a world of sound bites, clips, all that other stuff. So
perfect pictures.
Perfect pictures.
Yeah.
Like people want to show you like the highlight reel, right?
Yeah.
But it's like you don't even know what those two people went through in order to have what they have.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that,
mm-hmm.
the perspective that they created that allowed them to be able to go through that with the mindset and the mentality that led to the relationship being able to develop.
Okay.
Like that's a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you have to think a certain way.
It's a lot deeper than what you see in pictures.
Yeah, it's way more than that.
Yeah.
And people will look at love and relationships, and nowadays we see on, you know, be it TikTok, Instagram, or whatever,
mm-hmm.
a lot of couples, and they post like the little goofy videos
mm-hmm.
or the dancing or the obviously planned out cute moments. Like, bro, the camera angle was here, and here. You know how much effort it took to set up all these angles to capture this scripted cute moment.
Yeah. Staged happiness.
Yes, like a staged and I'm not shitting on nobody. Y'all probably got something amazing.
Yeah.
But it's like, bruh, this is people are content creators. Like this is a whole production to create 15 seconds of what looks like a very happy moment
mm-hmm.
to get you emotionally involved in the picture that they were trying to create.
Yeah.
Like a fucking movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. Especially if you're creating something that really is your life.
Mm-hmm.
But understand, bro, like sis, all of y'all, like this is a clip.
Yeah.
This is a clip.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't even know what that person's or those two people's everyday life looks like. And I know, like, I had somebody ask me a while back, you know, about how we've built what we built and how we're doing what we're doing as a couple, you know, and all of this stuff. And I was like, bro, this shit ain't easy. Like, we go through stuff all the time.
Right.
Like,
life be life.
On some real shit. And it's like, bro, if you were just to know a glimpse of what we went through the last 3 years,
mm-hmm.
most wouldn't have made it.
Right.
It was so many opportunities for us to turn on each other. But we didn't do that, and we fucking bucked up.
Yeah.
and powered through it together, and we always kept each other priority in order to get through that. And at the end of that, we had the mindset of like, man, can't shit break us.
Ever. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that strengthened our love. And it's like falling in love all over again because you just went through some shit with your partner.
Yeah.
That probably would have broke most.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, and you talking about relationship goals, boss, okay? Okay?
Do you want to accept those struggles though? That really be what it is.
It's like if a person is, when people pray for, courage, God ain't finna give you that, bro. He finna give you an opportunity to be courageous. It's like when you're asking for all of these different things, what you don't realize is, whoever you are today, you're praying for the opportunity to have the challenges that will give you what's on the other side. Yeah. Because you got to get some shit out of the way so you can have that.
Let's go.
So you're praying for the adversities and the struggles and challenges that will shape what's on the other side. If you're ready to have the right perspective, receive the message, and get and win the transformation. So if you don't even have the right mentality, guess what? You're gonna keep going through the same shit lessons time after time until you get it. And you know what people keep doing? Keep praying for it. Keep asking God for it. Keep saying, why me? All of this other stuff, not realizing opportunities keep showing up for you to grow, and you keep fumbling it. I ran it for 2 seconds.
You going.
I ran it for 2 seconds.
No, don't stop.
Yeah, like it trips me out, man, because like we live in a soundbite world, like a world of clips, and it's easy to paint a picture.
Right.
It's easy for people to fall in love with an idea of what they think is like. And it's like on a personal level, we all know that it's more than that.
Yeah.
And what may be couple goals or what may look beautiful for one group of people or for these two people over here or whatever the case, it might look like that for them based off of whatever their standards are, their values, what they think is important. But that might be completely different for you.
Right. And
that's cool. That's the dope thing about love. Like, it ain't gotta look like nobody else's.
Right. It's not cookie cutter.
It's not. It's not. So, having said, again, I know I kind of went there. Like,
no, baby,
I went there, but it's like
good. This is good.
So for my love, my question to you is: was there ever a moment where you saw the potential for what we have today, or saw our relationship looking like what it looks like today? Because you today, right, is one person, but then like looking back then,
I would say yeah. Well, like from the beginning, like when we first got married, probably not, because I didn't know. Well, I didn't really know what marriage was. Like, let's just start there. Really, like, we got married and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, what the fuck do you do? Like, how do I function as a wife?
Right.
How are you supposed to function as a husband?
What a husband's supposed to be.
Yeah, what are you supposed to do? Like, how do you make this work? So I would say in the beginning, no, I wasn't sure, but I was sure in who we were. I was sure in what we had together. I was sure in the potential that we both had, and I was sure of our ability to fucking fight through anything together.
Figure it out.
Yeah, and figure it out. So I was sure in all of that, but as far as like us building what we have now, I don't think I could envision it because I never saw it. But now that I see what we have created, I'm like, shit, like, you really created from scratch. Like, it doesn't matter what your grandma and granddaddy did. It doesn't matter what your parents did. It doesn't matter what the people on social media are doing. Like, what you create with your partner is unique. It's special.
Yo, You finish that. You
cut me up. You know I'm gonna lose my thought. Don't do that.
I'm sorry.
Lord.
But I wanted to bring some up. So we had a moment one time. I remember a long time ago, we had a kickback.
Okay.
And one of my boys there who will remain nameless.
Uh-oh.
But anyway, and he had bumped me on the show. Like, he was like, man, bro, this fool look bomb or whatever, right? And then went on to say, like, bro, I done said I'm hungry a couple times. And he was trying to see if his girl was going to fix him a plate. Because in his mind, that's what she's supposed to do. And he shouldn't have to ask for that. Oh. And he thought that was just like her role. Like, she just supposed to go and fix you a plate. And then he's like, well, he keep giving out little hints that he hungry or whatever, trying to see if she gonna do X, Y, Z. And he got the idea of that because you had done that for me. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
And that was the goofiest shit ever to me. I'm like, you got that idea because you saw my wife just do that for me or whatever. Mm-hmm. But what you also didn't see is my ass was out that bitch barbecuing for 3 hours.
You was working all day.
Or whatever. And then I had to go and shower and do all this other stuff so I could be in here, whatever. So she was trying to lighten the load for me a little bit. So that way I could come down here and like eat and social. It was a whole other side of that.
Yeah.
But you caught that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So you saw the outcome, but you didn't see nothing that led up to this moment right here. Not only that, you decided that was what was supposed to happen based off of what you saw somewhere else. Mm-hmm. That may not even be our relationship.
Right.
We good and married, and you sitting over here with this idea or concept for your girlfriend. Mm. Have you even earned that privilege yet?
Oof. Uh-oh.
Have you even treated her like that where she feels like that's something that she should do for you?
Watch your toes. He's stepping.
But it's and that's not even to be an ad.
No, but it's true. But it's true,
that's
baby. It's
real
true.
Things to think about.
Yeah.
Like, you think you're finna just come into a woman's life and she's gonna roll out all of these freaking wifely type attributes to you, and you think she's gonna assume that role and she's wrong if she doesn't?
Right. And the fact and the fact that it's supposed to be understood that the wife is supposed to fix the plate, like that shit is wild to me. Because I'm like, bro, what if I'm the one slaving that day? You know, it's been plenty of times where you fix my plate for, like, it's just like we're a team. Like, you know, if there's a way that I can lighten the load for you when you had a busy day, then I'm gonna do that. And if there's a way for you to lighten the load for me, you'll do that. Like, so it's never like, oh, it's my role to fix my man's. Like, first of all, who the fuck you talking to? It's not my role. Not you. No, I'm just not you.
It's
not you.
Talking,
no, I'm not. What society, whoever made these rules, like, I don't know. But it's like, no, you fix your own goddamn plate.
Right.
Or you know, if I'm feeling like, okay, like my baby been working all damn day, let me go fix his plate. Like, he was out on the grill, like, of course I'm gonna fix his plate and stuff like that. But I don't think it should be one of those things where it's just understood, like, oh yeah, I need to fix his plate because I'm the woman and he the man. The fuck?
Yeah. and it's wild because it's like people see the outcomes, but they don't see the processes. Mm-hmm. Like, we will have years of experiences that led up to us acting a certain way together, right? Mm-hmm. Years of experiences that led up to us acting a certain way. And people will go into a relationship and think that their partner or their girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, is supposed to act a certain way when they ain't got shit on it. Mm-hmm. They ain't did nothing that would even create the opportunity or give the experience other than what they've seen somewhere else.
Right.
It's like you setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
Like, just off of your mentality.
Right.
You probably haven't even earned that position yet.
Right.
Or you haven't earned the opportunity to have a woman cater to you like that. And it's vice versa. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of women sometimes, you know, may think that men are supposed to do certain things for them or like kind of take on this particular type of role. But even understanding, like, a man is not about to do nothing out of the way for somebody who he don't feel has earned that from him or has that level of value in his eyes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that that's right, that that's wrong, or none of that. I'm just saying that it just is.
Yeah.
Like, it be that way. It really be that way.
It be that way.
It be that way. But I think sometimes, you know, people will look at other people's step 20 and their asses is still on step 1 and 2. Like,
expecting so much from jump. Like when you haven't even established anything yet.
Yeah.
Like you still trying to really get to know this person, you know?
So it's like you can't be sitting up like the moment you say that's relationship goals or you aspire to be like that, understanding that you're asking for the struggles and you better pray and hope that you have the right perspective to get the lessons when the hell start raining on your ass. So that way you can get the outcome.
Because the challenges will come. Like it's gonna come. It doesn't matter. It's gonna come. If you want to grow, if you want certain things, it's gonna come.
Right. So in our relationship, right, there's a lot of stuff that we do and how we act together, whatever, that might be completely off the wall for some other people. Like even in like the level of security that we have now between like me and my relationship with like my female friends and vice versa and all of these other things, like that stuff that was cultivated over time. But a lot of people don't see the years of insecurity that was there before that.
Right.
And how we've grown to this place of strong security where that doesn't impact us.
Right.
And how we can communicate so effectively about how we feel in those areas and it not be a problem. But it came with so many years of experiences and things we had to grow through.
Yes.
It's like people will come into a relationship and be like, oh, the communication is this, or this person's beliefs that, or whatever. Because we got this idea that people are supposed to be ready-made. Like, you think motherfuckers, like, this ain't Build-A-Bear. Like, the fuck thing see is like, people not finna come into a relationship completely groomed, ready to be what you want them to be.
You're right, baby.
It's the oddest fucking thought ever.
Imagine. I want to throw a towel at you. You better say that. That's what I wanted, but I'm trying like.
But like, imagine that. Like somebody who's been with, depending on your age, however many other people before you, whatever, who's constantly had to adapt to that person. Then they get to you and you think that they're going to be perfectly ready for you when they probably got years of trying to get other people off them or ideas of how they think they should be with you based off of God knows how many years of with other people. You got to create something fresh from new. You got to be able to set standards. You got to be able to introduce new ideas, new ways of being together. You got to create something and create your own idea of a successful relationship and what y'all would call couple goals together. And then be willing to give some time to have some experiences, go through some shit, grow together, and then let that become something great together. But a lot of people ain't willing to put in that work, and they do that looking at other people's stuff, and that blocks them from them being able to effectively go through their process.
Yeah, and create what they want.
Yes, because I saw this wife do that, now you should do that too.
Right.
Or I saw, or this husband or this dude takes care of this chick like this on Instagram, and I want that for me too. Or whatever.
You fired up.
This shit, it's a goofy ass way of thinking of me. However, I ain't trying to shit on nobody or none of that stuff. I'm just like, have you ever really thought about that? Like, I wonder if people really think about that because we didn't, in our relationship earlier on, Facebook and Instagram and social media wasn't at the level that it is now.
Right.
It was majority of just reading stuff. There was no verbal influences like that. Like you really kind of like had to like intentionally read stuff and go all the way down into it. Other than that, you had TV.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like we didn't have so many people that was giving advice and insights and trying to be experts and coaches and all of this other shit or whatever. So we really had to figure it out. And we had the opportunity to grow through our process without the influence of outside well, without the impact of outside influences, and we had the opportunity to create something unique.
I think for me, I saw a lot of what I didn't want. I saw a lot of what I didn't want to experience, what I didn't want to build. And I was like, okay, well, I don't want that. So how can we create a better version, of what we do want? What does this look like? And I think we moved like that and didn't even, like, there was really no plan.
Right.
It just was like, okay, well, I know that doesn't sit right for me. So, like, we'll just figure out how we going to move together. Like, it was just like one of those understood things. And it just worked in our favor, but it was never like solid plan. Like, oh, okay, we're gonna move like this based on this. It's just like we're just gonna move, and then we're gonna wing it and figure it out along the way.
And I remember even at one point, you was like, "I want to be one of them wives that like cook for her man all the time, day in and day out," or "I want you to have your meal ready." Look, it was like you said that shit. Life got busy in the motherfucker. My ass was in the field. I was doing all this. She was in the hospitals doing inspections or whatever.
I was in the army and I was a full-time student.
Yeah, that too.
And a mom, and you was in the field. So I'm like, bruh, there's no way.
I was working crazy hours. Ain't know when I was getting home.
Yeah.
But we was exhausted.
Yes. It sounded good when I said it, though.
We was exhausted. And I remember within a very short period of time of that happening, we was like, oh my God, we want a damn deep freezer.
Yeah.
So we can fix all the microwave shit.
We got real lazy.
We were like, bro, fuck all this cooking stuff, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what can we get real quick, man, so that way we can like eat, sit down, and chill.
And spend time with each other.
Yeah, bro, we was over that crap.
It takes too much time to do all of that and then still trying to spend quality time with you, with baby. It was too much.
But look at that though, right? Because you probably even only had that concept or that idea thinking about your grandma.
Yeah, I did love it. Because I love when my grandma cooks.
Yeah. And it's
like
dope.
It's a good feel. Like, her cooking is a good feeling, and I wanted to give you that feeling. Because I love, like, when you be eating my grandma food, that's the biggest smile you ever have. And I'm like, boy.
She be treating me good.
And she do. Like, you want another plate?
Yeah,
I be wanting to be like that, but then I'm like, oh, that's exhausting. I can't be my grandma.
Yeah.
I love you, Grandma Ruby, but I can't.
And it's like, right. I love it. My stomach loves it. But we look at all of that stuff, right, and think about the fact that you got that idea or concept probably from something that you saw, like your grandma or whatever, right? And that was just one thing. Mm-hmm. But now, people got so many different things to base their decisions off of, or their ideas of what they think is right. And not only that, we live in a world where it's more single people giving relationship advice than married people who are happily together, sharing their knowledge and insights.
Yeah.
Which is twisted.
That is facts. It's a lot of, I would say, serial daters giving advice, giving relationship advice.
Yeah.
Like, just because you dated over and over again doesn't make you an expert in relationships.
Right. Especially just because, like, you made it to 6 months or a year, and you got it figured out.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, how is it going to be a play-by-play book when every person is unique? Like, that's some goofy ass shit. Like, yeah, like. But I think the big thing for me is that understanding that, like, no two people are the same, and that all of this really comes with some real high level intentional work.
Yeah.
And again, you can't be sitting over here so focused on the outcome when you can't be so focused on the outcome and ignore the process of what it takes to actually get there.
Right.
And we always talking about, like, principles, like the same thing that applies in one area be applied in a whole bunch of other areas.
Yeah.
But we pick and choose where we want that truth to exist. Right. And I don't think it's fair to move through life like, well, it makes it stressful. It makes it more stressful to move through life like that. It's because it's like now you have unrealistic expectations.
Right.
So why even put that level of pressure on yourself, knowing that life just unfortunately doesn't work like that? So if everything's going to come with a process, why not find somebody who you can create something that works for the two of you based off of your unique love, your unique interests, your unique, insights and experiences that you want to create together. Because like we said, man, like we didn't have a whole lot of ideas of what we thought it should be.
Right.
And we had to figure out a lot of stuff along the way. And then not only that, but in our process, we realized we didn't even like a lot of the stuff that we thought was right.
Yeah, the traditional type stuff.
We was like, bro, this is stupid.
Yeah.
Like, why do
you
want to do all of that? Like, ain't nobody finna do all of this.
Right.
Like, yeah, like.
I mean, that's it.
Yeah,
we didn't want to do that.
We just didn't want to do that. Like,
right.
We don't want to bring that into our relationship. Like, we don't think that it's supposed to be that way. Or it can be. It can be for somebody else.
It's not for us.
It ain't for us, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, I've seen so many people who they will say, I want you to do this, or I want my partner to do that, or whatever, based completely off of something that they saw. And they think they want it too. And this can be a happy relationship. It could be a happy couple. It could be two people that are in a beautiful marriage, whatever. But whatever they're doing is working for them. And you might try that same shit and realize it ain't for you. And a lot of people won't realize that until they in it.
Yeah.
It's like you saying, oh, you want to be an entrepreneur or a business owner, and you want to have this super successful company, but you're not really ready to manage 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 people or whatever. Like, you thought you wanted that goal until you started working on it. Realize, nah, I'm good.
Right.
But we always get these ambitious ideas based off of what we see. And sometimes that causes us to completely detach from ourselves, and we lose ourselves in our inspiration. We lose ourselves in those things that emotionally move us.
Go ahead and say what you're about to say. I know what you're about to say.
I don't even know.
No, go ahead. No, keep going.
No, but like,
no, keep going. Keep going.
But then, like, we lose ourselves so much in everything else that inspires us, and then now we end up on this journey of trying to gain ourselves back, or thinking that who we're being is who we are authentically, and it's not. And right. And all you've done is you've piled so much information on top of yourself, so many different identities on top of yourself, and now you can't even fucking find who you really are in the mess.
I thought you were going to say, because you always say this line, you start being less of yourself and more of the thing you're inspired by.
Yes.
I thought that's where you was gonna go, because you always say that.
Yeah.
Less of yourself and more of what you're inspired of, and that's really not the way to be. Like, it's okay for you to be inspired by that, but be inspired to be your full self.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I probably was going there. Yeah, you got it.
I got excited.
You
I'm
got
sorry.
Ain't nothing wrong
I got
with
excited.
Though.
It was getting good. It was getting good.
Because for one, I know what that's like personally. And I don't think being inspired is wrong, but it's like when you get so inspired that you lose yourself, it can be toxic. Like, too much of any good thing still has a negative downside to it or whatever. And I think it's great that people have, aspirations as far as what they want their relationship to be like. But you really can't lose yourself in it so much and put that stress on yourself to where you think that people should be a certain way based off of what you've seen in other places. Like, find somebody who you love, who you enjoy being with, who makes you happy, who makes you feel heard and supported and gives you all of these other things that you need. And then say, hey, you know what? I want to create something special with this person.
Right.
Whatever that looks like for us together.
Yeah.
But you're with somebody who listens to you and makes you feel heard, and you do the same thing for that person, and you guys give like this amazing energy and experience to one another, you can create something completely unique and beautiful together.
Yeah. Somebody you're willing to go through the process
with. And you say, hey, you know what? I signed up for this ride with you.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And I don't know what we're going to go through, but you give me all the right feelings.
Yeah.
You make me, your actions line up perfectly. You pour me the way I need it. We do it. We do those things to one another. I'm willing to go on this journey called life with you and create our perfect version of love and couple goals and whatever else it is. I'm willing to cultivate that with you over time and through whatever our process is.
Right.
And that's not saying that it's going to be shitty like other people's is. It's just going to be yours.
Yeah.
And you're going to be introduced to everything that you need to create what you want on the other side. And that's it. It's like,
I love that.
The fuck is couple goals, man? Like,
but I do think it. It's your goals and what you create with your partner. But I do think it is dope to see that people still believe in love. People still do believe in, relationships and stuff like that. I think that's like the beautiful thing about all of this. It's like, relationship goals. And I know a lot of people on social media or a lot of ladies on social media, and they'll see like these cute pictures of the guys,
right.
the husband's doing something nice for the wife, and they'll be like, Lord, it's me again. But I love that. Like, yeah. I love that people still desire that connection with somebody. Like, that's dope.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't know how to create it yet, like, it's still dope that that's a desire to have. Right. Because some people could just be like, no, I'm done with it. Like, I don't want to do that. Yeah. But I think it is dope that people still believe in love. People still believe in relationships. And it's just a dope thing.
And just knowing, man, that comes with the level of faith, being willing to go through, all whatever love brings your way. And then also knowing that it comes with you being willing to do your part also. Because you waiting on the right person, you can wait all you want to, that mug never show up.
Right.
Or he or she may never show up. Right. Like, we have to be intentional about the things that we want in this life. Like, in the perfect person, I don't know, man. Depending on what your beliefs are, maybe they will walk into your life by coincidence. It might work out like that.
Yeah.
Because there is no one way.
Yeah.
There's no one way. Like, and I know we did, the episode on like the one or whatever, but personally, I feel like we all run into people who could be the one, but it's like, who are we at that time in order for this to be that person?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there's so many thoughts or perceptions around that, but it's the idea of knowing that love genuinely does exist. But it's like, what are we doing to work on ourselves so that when it shows up, we can have it.
Yeah.
And we can have it with the right person. And we can be able to come together in a relationship and grow together because, again, it's a partnership.
Yeah.
But you don't want to get so lost in what you think it's supposed to be that you lose the unique thing that you have,
or can have, by creating it on your, with your partner.
Exactly, because all of your beliefs are coming from somewhere, and I think it might be beneficial to adopt new beliefs with somebody who you want to create something with, and that's not to say to compromise. Well, I don't want to say compromise, but give up your values, but realizing that you're creating something that's completely unique to the one you're with, and knowing that takes a collective effort. And if you find somebody who's willing to create that with you, then shit, you got something special. And yeah, man, that's my thoughts on couple goals.
That was good. You took that one. You went all the way in.
Sorry.
No.
Sometimes.
Stop saying sorry.
I do. I be saying it too much.
You do say it too much. I don't like that.
Yeah, I get worked up. I'm gonna fix that.
No, I'm not saying I don't like that you go in.
I be saying sorry.
You say sorry. I don't like that. That's what I don't like. But it was good. It was really, really good. I love watching you speak, watching how passionate you get, how animated you get. It's a beautiful thing to watch.
I can see it in your eyes.
Yeah, like that's why some moments you'll catch me. I'm like gazing at you, and I might do a little like laugh or a little giggle because I'm just like, oh, that's it. That's my baby. Get it. Go ahead. Let go.
I love you too.
I love you.
Yeah, but I can, even when I get in my moments, like I still notice I'm like, she locked in.
Yeah,
and it's like I'll keep talking because I know I'm like, you so in tune that you're not about like. You're not ready to.
when it's good, it's good, baby.
You're not
like,
ready to interject.
Yeah, I'm like, I wouldn't want to cut you off in a really good thought. Like, I'm not finna, like, if it's good, like, the people need to hear it. Like, teach the people, baby. You know? So I'm like, go ahead. I'm just like, I'm just sitting here, you know? Talk to me, you know? But it's good.
I like talking to you.
I love talking to you. I love talking to you.
I like looking
I
at
love
you
listening to you. It's time to go to bed.
It is. It's